Hey Dodgers fans, what a spring training we are witnessing this year. The buzz around the team is absolutely electric, and it's all because of the way a couple of players have completely changed the conversation heading into the new season. Dave Roberts and Andrew Friedman suddenly have an incredibly tough puzzle to solve as they try to finalize their opening day roster. The decisions they're facing now are not just routine. They're layered with potential because the performances we've seen so far are forcing the front office to seriously consider multiple options. It's exactly what any competitive team dreams of: depth, versatility, and players stepping up when it counts. And that's precisely what we're seeing with the breakout performances of Kyle Hurt and Santiago Espanol, two names that weren't necessarily expected to dominate the headlines this spring, yet here they are, making everyone stop and pay attention. Kyle Hurt's story is one of resilience and determination. Coming off Tommy John surgery, the expectations for him were tempered, as the Dodgers carefully monitored his innings last season to ensure he wouldn't be overworked. But spring training has shown a completely different version of Hurt. In his appearances so far, he has logged 3 innings, allowed only 2 hits, given up 1 earned run, and recorded 6 strikeouts. The numbers alone are impressive, but what really stands out is the way he's delivered those strikeouts. His movement is sharp, his command is improving, and every pitch seems to carry more confidence than the last. The Dodgers are now envisioning him not just as a situational reliever, but as a long relief option who can bridge innings in high-leverage situations. The versatility he brings to the bullpen is exactly what Roberts and Friedman are looking for. What's fascinating about Hurt is that this transformation didn't happen overnight. Back in 2023, his major league debut was nothing short of remarkable. On September 13th, in his first inning at the big league level, he struck out some of the league's elite hitters in order, including Fernando Tatis Jr. and Manny Machado. That moment was a glimpse of his potential, but it's taken this entire spring for him to fully refine his approach and position himself for a consistent role. Now, he's showing that he can handle multiple innings, maintain velocity, and strike batters out when it matters most. The Dodgers' bullpen has been a point of concern in recent seasons, and the addition of a reliable long relief option like Hurt could be a game-changer, particularly as they plan for a deep postseason run. Shifting gears to the infield, Santiago Espanol has been turning heads in a completely different way. Originally brought in on a minor league deal with a big league invite, Espanol has used this opportunity to showcase a combination of consistency and explosiveness that has surprised even the most optimistic Dodgers observers. Hitting over 500 in spring training so far, with an OPS nearing 1,400, he's been producing extra base hits, driving in runs, and showing that he could be a valuable option at second base. His performance may seem like a small sample size at this point, but it's indicative of his growth and readiness to contribute at the major league level. Espanol is not the type of player who demands attention with flashy plays or highlight reel home runs. Instead, he quietly accumulates results and demonstrates a level of reliability that teams crave, particularly in infield positions where defense and situational hitting are paramount. The second base position has historically been an area where the Dodgers needed depth and flexibility, and this spring, the options are more diverse than ever. Not only is Espanol making a compelling case for himself, but other infielders are also pushing for consideration. The result is a highly competitive environment where performance in every game matters and decisions cannot be made lightly. For Dave Roberts, this presents both a challenge and an opportunity. With multiple capable players vying for the same spot, he has the ability to manipulate matchups, rotate personnel, and ensure the team fields the most effective lineup every single day. This kind of internal competition is what drives excellence, and it's clear that the Dodgers' front office and coaching staff have embraced it fully. Returning to the bullpen, the strategy surrounding Kyle Hurt is particularly interesting because it highlights how modern teams think about pitcher usage. The Dodgers are no longer looking at a simple closer or setup man. Instead, they're identifying players who can adapt to multiple roles, extend innings, and absorb workload in a way that maximizes the overall strength of the bullpen. Hurt is being groomed as a multi-in reliever, someone who can enter the game in various situations and provide quality innings regardless of the pressure. For a team that relies on its bullpen heavily in critical stretches, this is exactly the type of player that can swing a series or maintain momentum during long games. His performance this spring demonstrates that he is more than capable of handling these responsibilities, and his evolution from recovery to potential long relief ace is nothing short of inspiring. Meanwhile, Espanol continues to surprise with his offensive production. Beyond his average in OPS, what stands out is his ability to contribute in the field while maintaining steady performance at the plate. In previous seasons, he was often overshadowed by higher-profile names, but this spring he's showing that consistency matters just as much as power or speed. For a team like the Dodgers, who value both defensive reliability and offensive contribution, Espanol's presence provides a unique advantage. Not only does he give them depth at second base, but he also allows the coaching staff to experiment with lineups and rotations without sacrificing performance. The combination of Hurt's bullpen versatility and Espanol's infield reliability has created a situation where the Dodgers are not just making tough decisions. They are fortunate to have so many options. It's worth noting that spring training, while a limited sample, has already revealed trends that cannot be ignored. Players like Hurt and Espanol are forcing the front office to reconsider traditional roles and explore creative roster constructions. Each inning pitched, each at-bat, and every defensive play carries extra weight because the margin for error in a highly competitive season is razor-thin. For fans, this is exciting because it means every game, every performance, and every decision is meaningful. And for Roberts and Friedman, it means carefully balancing opportunity with expectation. Hurt and Espanol may not be the household names of 2023 or 2024, but their emergence this spring has created a ripple effect that could shape the Dodgers' season from day one. The narrative unfolding here goes beyond statistics. It's about adaptability, preparation, and the ability to seize the moment when it presents itself. Both Hurt and Espanol embody these qualities, each in their own way. Hurt's pitching demonstrates how resilience and skill refinement can elevate a player into a critical role, while Espanol's steady hitting and defensive aptitude show that consistent performance cannot be underestimated. This dynamic has injected energy into the clubhouse, encouraged competition, and given the coaching staff multiple paths to explore as they finalize the roster. And as the spring games continue, each appearance, each inning, and each at-bat adds another layer to this evolving story. As spring training moves forward, the competition within the Dodgers roster is only intensifying. Every game, every inning, and every at-bat now carries extra weight because the front office and coaching staff are watching closely to determine who will earn a spot on opening day. One of the most intriguing developments has been the way the Dodgers are balancing the infield mix with the depth of their bullpen. Players who were once considered minor pieces or long-shot prospects are now forcing serious conversations about roles and playing time. For example, Santiago Espanol's performance has elevated him from a low-profile invitee to a legitimate candidate for second base. His offensive output has been impressive, but it's his consistency and versatility in the field that make him a potential game-changer. Espanol provides the team with flexibility to rotate players, manage fatigue, and create strategic advantages against specific matchups. Meanwhile, the bullpen story is equally compelling. Kyle Hurt has emerged as a prime example of how modern pitching philosophy emphasizes multi-inning versatility over single-role specialization. His appearances have been dominant, and the Dodgers are now seriously considering him for long relief duties, bridging gaps between starters and late-inning specialists. Spring training has shown that Hurt is capable of handling high-pressure situations while maintaining velocity and command, which is precisely what a team chasing a deep playoff run needs. The importance of a reliable long reliever cannot be overstated. In series that stretch over multiple games, the ability to manage innings without burning out key arms can make the difference between victory and defeat. Hurt's role this spring has given the coaching staff confidence that they can explore creative pitching combinations while maintaining overall bullpen stability. The dynamics at second base also present a fascinating challenge. With Kike Hernandez on the 60-day injured list and other infield options available, the Dodgers have multiple candidates for the position. Players like Alex Verdugo, Mookie Betts, and other versatile infielders have to be considered in rotation scenarios. But it's the emergence of hidden gems like Espanol that adds a new layer to decision-making. The coaching staff must weigh defensive reliability, offensive contribution, and roster flexibility to ensure the team fields the most effective lineup. It's a delicate balancing act, but it's also the type of problem teams dream of facing because it signifies both depth and potential. The level of internal competition this spring has created a sense of urgency for players to perform while simultaneously giving Roberts and Friedman multiple strategic options. Another key consideration for the Dodgers is how these emerging players fit into high-leverage situations. Hurt's ability to pitch multiple innings in relief opens up possibilities for managing starters' workloads while maintaining dominance late in games. Espanol's offensive and defensive consistency allows the coaching staff to deploy him in situations that maximize the team's overall efficiency. Together, these players are not just filling roles. They're reshaping how the team approaches game strategy. Their performances have already influenced lineup decisions, defensive alignments, and even bullpen sequencing. For the Dodgers, the integration of these versatile contributors is as much about tactics as it is about individual performance. Looking at spring training as a whole, it's clear that the Dodgers are entering the regular season with one of the most adaptable rosters they've had in years. The depth across both the pitching staff and the infield gives Roberts and Friedman the opportunity to manipulate matchups on a daily basis. If a starter struggles or a key hitter needs rest, players like Hurt and Espanol can fill those gaps seamlessly, maintaining team performance without sacrificing long-term strategy. This kind of roster flexibility is invaluable, particularly in a season where injuries and unexpected challenges are inevitable. The Dodgers are building a system that doesn't just react. It anticipates, using spring training as both a proving ground and a blueprint for strategic execution. Kyle Hurt's story continues to be one of fascination because it exemplifies the modern approach to pitcher development. After Tommy John surgery, many teams would ease a player into limited appearances, but the Dodgers have chosen to maximize Hurt's potential by positioning him in high-responsibility situations early in the season. The results have been remarkable. He has demonstrated improved command, strikeout ability, and mental toughness, all while handling multiple innings with poise. Hurt's success is a reminder of how preparation, recovery, and strategic deployment intersect to produce a player who is capable of making a real impact. The confidence Roberts and Friedman have placed in him reflects their long-term vision for a bullpen that can carry the team through both regular season challenges and postseason intensity. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. What began as a routine contract renewal is now being whispered about in clubhouses and media corridors as a potential turning point in a respected veteran's career. According to sources close to the situation, Miguel Rojas is privately expressing deep regret over his decision to renew his contract with the Los Angeles Dodgers, a move he allegedly now views as a mistake. The comments attributed to Rojas have not been made officially, but insiders suggest the sentiment is real and growing stronger. The infielder, known throughout the league for his professionalism, leadership, and defensive reliability, reportedly believed the renewal would offer stability and a meaningful role within a championship-caliber roster. Instead, the reality may not have aligned with those expectations. Those familiar with the clubhouse atmosphere describe a player struggling with diminished influence and uncertainty about his place in the long-term vision of the organization. While the Dodgers are known for their depth and constant pursuit of elite talent, that same strength can leave seasoned players feeling expendable. Rojas, once seen as a steady presence capable of anchoring the infield and mentoring younger teammates, may now feel caught in a system where opportunities fluctuate without warning. Speculation has intensified that Rojas underestimated how crowded the roster would become and overestimated the consistency of his role. Some around the league believe he passed on alternative paths that might have offered more playing time or leadership responsibility elsewhere. The phrase, "it was a mistake," attributed to him in private conversations, has fueled rumors of internal frustration rather than public conflict. For now, everything remains unofficial, wrapped in whispers rather than statements. Still, the idea that a respected veteran could be second-guessing such a major career decision adds an unexpected layer of intrigue to the Dodgers' internal dynamics. Whether this regret turns into a renewed push for relevance or sparks future movement is uncertain. But the rumor alone has already sent ripples through the baseball world. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.